What is that?
I walk by myself, smoke by myself, talk to myself. Sometimes I feel crazy. I walk by myself, smoke by myself, talk to myself. Sometimes I feel crazy. I walk by myself, smoke by myself, talk to myself. Sometimes I feel crazy. I walk by myself, smoke by myself, talk to myself. Sometimes I feel crazy.
People often associate talking to oneself with schizophrenia, but that's not totally accurate. Schizophrenia is different from multiple personality disorder. A schizophrenic hallucinates voices or sometimes sees people or animals instead of housing multiple personalities inside their head and switching between them. Sometimes schizophrenics try to communicate with these other voices or visions, and to an outside observer, it looks like they're talking to themselves.
Now all I see is war on the streets. If it ain't my own people, it's the police. Screaming no violence, but make the hate increase. Grinding and fighting no peace. Their bodies.
What's up, y'all? True life stories coming at you. Dang, man. I just went on like a weird ass DMT journey. But it was like minute because I don't know if, like sometimes I don't think I be doing it right because to me, it like, you know, it feels like I'm doing drugs. Like I say, I don't know why. I got this feeling that I'm doing drugs and it just make me feel kind of stupid. I don't know until like I go into it, until I'm actually there. But this time, you know, I was getting that feeling, you know, and then, you know, people be looking at you weird too. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, it's crazy, man. But I think I'm gonna give it one more go. Except this time, I'm gonna do the shit right and then I'm gonna put my all into it. I'm gonna just, like, fuck it. I'm gonna just dive in, man. I'm gonna dive all the way in, like, fuck. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that because I don't know, man. I'm not, you know, I ain't no expert in DMT. It's just something, you know, after watching the gang of videos, it's something that I just wanted to explore. I think I just wanted to basically see for myself, you know, if I could rip the realms of reality. And one thing I did feel when I had the minute feeling is like, okay, I laid on the bed and I put my hands in my head and I felt like the inside of me, I would say like my spirit or whatever, I felt like it could actually come out. It felt like this was the fucking vehicle that I'm driving. It felt like my body was like a vehicle and it's a vehicle that I'm like basically controlling, and it felt like I could lift up out of the vehicle and look at the vehicle laying there. So I mean, if that makes any sense, that's what it felt like. It felt like I could lift up like from the vehicle and bam, and like see myself laying there, and it was like me getting out of my car and walking into the store or something like that. It was like that. I don't know. That was a trippy feeling, but I didn't feel. I don't know. I don't know if I did it with weed, and like what I do is I'll put the weed and then I'll put the DMT and then I'll put another layer of weed over the DMT. But sometimes I guess I don't pack it right and then the flame end up hitting the DMT and it burns it. It burns it more than what, you know, it's supposed to. I don't know. I guess the flame ain't supposed to hit it because the other day when I did it, like a week ago, it did just right. It's like the cherry of the weed hit the DMT, and then when I hit it, oh my God, it blasted me off. I'm telling you, I fucking felt that divine feeling of everything. That was the weirdest thing, and like, I guess that's what made me go back to it. It made me go back to it and want to try it again. But when I tell my family and my friends about it, they be like, man, you need to stop that shit. But I guess I wouldn't expect nobody to understand my journey because it ain't like I'm doing it to get high. That's what I'm not doing. I'm doing it in order to test the waters. I want to rip the veil. I want to rip this veil and be able to see what the fuck is out there, like what this shit really is, because I don't feel like I'm supposed to be here half the time. And people look weird to me now. That's a fucking trip. People look weird to me. People don't look like people. Just the way they build, the way their heads is, it's weird to me. So I don't know if I'm like supposed to be from a different realm or whatnot, but I'm just saying this shit is fucking weird. It's weird. I don't know, it look weird to me. People do. People in general, all people. It don't matter what color they are. They just look weird. So, like I said though, my hands was there, like when it felt like I could just climb out of this vessel and actually see something different. That's what it actually felt like. It felt like I could look at this vessel like this was a vessel and I was inside it. And me is like really inside there, and I'm controlling this. Now I can't see who me is that's inside there, but looking in the mirror or just from my thoughts, I know what I look like. But it's a trip, man. But yeah, next time I'm gonna do it right though, bruh. I'm gonna just go all the way in, and then I'm gonna get back at y'all. And I'm gonna let y'all know how it worked out.
Smoke by myself, talk to myself. Sometimes I feel crazy, I walk by myself. Smoke by myself, talk to myself. Sometimes I feel crazy, I walk by myself. Smoke by myself, talk to myself. Sometimes I feel crazy, I walk by myself. Smoke by myself, talk to myself. Sometimes I feel crazy.
People often associate talking to oneself with schizophrenia, but that's not totally accurate. Schizophrenia is different from multiple personality disorder. A schizophrenic hallucinates voices or sometimes sees people or animals instead of housing multiple personalities inside their head and switching between them. Sometimes schizophrenics try to communicate with these other voices or visions, and to an outside observer, it looks like they're talking to themselves.
Now all I see is war on the streets. If it ain't my own people, it's the police. Screaming no violence, but make the hate increase. Grinding and fighting no peace. Their bodies covered in white sheets. Hollow bullets and chromey. Long shots try to bite me. Ringing me on my phone piece. Talking about what they talk.